But just so that you guys get a rough idea about Soto Nation. Now, this is a little stream thing that he likes to get involved in, but I want to show you something very quickly. Just one moment. Let me just scroll down to the comment section. I just saw this comment. 228, did this offer up his kid to Tommy? Now, one of Tommy's fans, he hasn't had the chance to speak to Tommy, and he was very excited to speak to Tommy. Obviously, at Soto Nation, Tommy makes no bones about his feelings towards underage girls. And as we know, his fans are the same. They're very open about their interest in underage girls. They give each other pats on the back. But listen to this.
Not doing it. I'm the same way. Like, I will come.
Hey, Tom. Yo, Tom, I got something for you, Tom. Tom Sotomayor, I got something for you, bro.
I know.
Hold up, bro.
Man, tell me.
Everybody, hold up for a second. Tom.
What's that?
Tommy.
What's up, man? You keep saying my name and I say what's up, but you don't say nothing else.
Hey, I'm saying something. I want to show you something. Hush, bro. Hush. Hold up. Tom, come here, baby. Come here.
It's gonna be a Marvin shower. God no.
Yes, just to add, they're joking about the whole incident with the shower, because it seems to be quite an interesting thing in the sector. Now, this gentleman here, one of Tommy's racist fans, there's another one of his racist fans there. Now, they don't seem to have an issue with grown men showering with young girls, and they make jokes about it. These are probably the fans that you see thumbing up comments about 14-year-old children's breasts. Now, judging from their demeanour, they don't see a problem in it. That's the kind of thing they're interested in. But listen to some more of this. Listen to one of Tommy's #1 fans. As soon as he gets the chance to speak to Tommy, it seems like he's trying to present Tommy with a gift. To you and me, that seems weird, but over at Soto Nation, as we know it. Well, anyway, let's listen to more.
Tommy,
Tommy, what the hell did you start, man?
Tom, come here. Hold up, Tommy.
Gotta let us stop.
I want to show you something, Tommy. You ain't the only. Hey, Tommy, you ain't the only person that has a baby girl. You see my baby girl? You see?
Oh, okay.
Hey, you see my baby girl? You see my baby girl? You see
That's
my
your
baby
girlfriend.
Put your hands.
That's your wife, man.
That's my baby, boy.
Yes, Tommy's pretending he doesn't know that that's a little girl. He's saying that's your girlfriend, your wife, but really he's just trying to ingratiate himself there, find out her real age. But let's listen to more.
Hey,
How old is your daughter?
put your come down to your face.
That's right, he says, how old is your daughter? It goes to show he knew all along that's a little girl. But these are the kind of things Tommy does. Anyway, listen to a bit more.
Hey, this my baby girl, man.
You look young to have a big old girl like that.
Hey, lift your face up. This my baby girl. This my girl. You see him? This my baby right here, buddy.
I think we're seeing a hostage situation.
I follow you, man. I like that, man. And she is. You see
Let
her
me tell you
coming on?
something.
That's right. The guy's forcing his daughter to show her face to Tommy. He's obviously trying to show Tommy, well, he's trying to show off his daughter to Tommy as he understands what Tommy likes. Tommy has expressed many times he likes girls around that age, and the guy's just trying to show his daughter off to Tommy. The whole thing's disgusting, it's weird. Tommy knows that's a little girl. First he pretended that he thought it was the wife, then girlfriend. Then he says, oh, that's a big girl over there, you know, doing his normal crap. Really, it's just a whole weird, sick thing. They're all joking about the incident with, obviously, Tommy and underage girls and taking showers with his daughter. They're all in on it. They all think it's funny. This guy, obviously part of Soto Nation, wants to show Tommy his daughter, and he's desperate for Tommy to see her face, which is very weird, very creepy. Anyway, I'll add this on. And also his fans, the people that support some of the things that he tries to promote. Now, before I go any further, this is just the first thing I want to show you, because we're going to build up a little profile about Tommy as a man and his fans. But I want you to read something here. Now, this is an exchange I had 7 months ago with my old channel, the old channel that I used when I was exposing a lot of Tommy's odd behaviour, his hypocrisy, and just his disgusting thoughts when it came to underage children, his sexual attraction to them. Now, as you can see here, I was just talking to this individual, and I said, don't forget the fact he openly states he thinks 13-year-old girls have nice breasts, and he thinks adult men having sex with underage girls should be okay, and he would do it himself. The individual who used to be a Tommy fan even stated he has done it himself. He's told the story several times of how he dated a 15-year-old girl and her mother didn't care. But beyond that, he's a liar and a con artist. Now, this individual since then hasn't been the first person to state this. But I did try and look through some of his old videos, seeing if I could find anything. But as we know, with his live shows, they're up to 5 hours long, some of them. So it's not like I'm going to find it. And I did notice that shortly after this comment, Tommy does keep an eye on what people say. Shortly after that comment, quite a few of his videos from his live show, he removed them. But anyway, we don't want to dwell on that. Let's move on. Okay, as we've got here, this is the comment section on another YouTuber's video. Her name's Cassandra Allset. Now, this blogger here, or this YouTuber, brings up an issue that Tommy has with another YouTuber who goes by the name Jeannie Burlesque. Now, Jeannie Burlesque has had a problem with Tommy for about 4 to 5 years now, because Tommy referred to her 9-year-old daughter, I believe she was 9 at the time, as a slut in training, and made comments about the child's breast, something along those lines. Now, I'm going to draw your attention here. It says here, the entire issue started over a music video by artist Erykah Badu. The child and parent gave an artistic view on the video. Tommy replied, assuming the child's age. The child said she was older and referenced her development. His response was to call the child a slut in training. Let me see here. I remember seeing Jeannie's comment section on that video, and not one person said a thing about the kid's breast. However, Tommy's comment section was totally opposite due to him sexualizing a child. Grown-ass men were stuck on a preteen girl's breasts. Now, I'm glad that I found that, because one thing I do notice with Tommy and his fans is that they don't seem to have a boundary when it comes to girls. If it's a female, it doesn't seem to matter about the child's age. They will sexualize it, and they have no issues stating that they like it. There's no shame when it comes to that comment section. Now, I'm going to show you an example of what I mean about Tommy and his fans and their sexualization of underage girls. Just bear with me. Now, as I'm going over this, I've actually found some of my old videos. So I'm just going to play a clip from my old video. It's about 2-3 minutes long. Just listen.
He's claiming that he's not attracted to young girls anymore, or he's just claiming that he was only joking. This has been since people have been questioning him after I've made these videos exposing his very strange fixation on young girls. But I want to show you something which I didn't show before. But I just want you to listen to this very quickly. Listen to this, and then I'm going to show you a little, well, what he left at the end of the video.
Oh, and P.S. When I said fuck Ariana Grande's fans, I meant it. Like literally, I saw some of the pictures of them girls that was tweeting, and the motherfuckers was fine. I would fuck her fans. I would fuck the shit out your fans, Ariana Grande. I'm just telling you off top. You do look like you 12 in the face, though. Nobody can say no different. But I seen some of your fans. Some of them fans, they can get it. So when I say fuck your fans, I literally mean it. Just so you know.
Now look at this. Now he's talking about her fans. He know pre-teens. Those are her fans. And it's true. Go on her Twitter. All her fans are very young. The oldest that I saw, it says here, someone talking about she's 14. But most of her fans are indeed underage. Like, these are pre-teens. Have you noticed there seems to be a pattern with Tommy? That he seems to always... Now, he's 40. He should be 40 by now, I believe. Either sometime this year he should be 40 if he hasn't already turned 40. Now, what 40-year-old man seems to always have some sort of discussion or, you know, always talking about young girls, how fine they are and that kind of thing? What kind of man at his age? I mean, his daughter's 9, unless she's turned 10, but the kind of girls he seems to be attracted to are only about 3, 4, 5 years older than his own daughter. And look at this. I want to show you something.
That's right. That was one of my old videos. As you can see, he himself, after the video, he put there in the titling that most of her fans are pre-teens. Now, I saw some of them are 14, 13. He himself said pre-teens, and he said that he finds a lot of her fans fine. Now, Ariana Grande's, her fans are underage. Let's be honest. You're not going to get many of her fans over the age of 16, I don't think. And judging, especially with his past and the way he's talked so much about underage girls, this guy's he's very weird. I don't know men like this that are out openly state the things that he says. But I want you to listen to more. Watch this.
Teen BT 1000. I'm going to show you the clip later, but I want to show you something in the comment section. Now, I'll give you a backstory on this story. It's a 14-year-old girl who claims she'd been abducted. Now, in the video, Tommy starts...
Again, 14. Just remember that. She's 14 years old. Listen.
Going into some weird tangent about how fine she is, or how much of a nice body she has, and how girls that age, they shouldn't be looked at girls. He's saying that we should be honest, that they're, you know, he finds her sexy, and he doesn't blame people. He thinks a grown man's having sex with her, and he doesn't blame the man. And he's just talking about her breasts like he always does about.
Now look, on the video where he's talking about this 14-year-old girl. Now, there are 2 videos where he's talked about a 14-year-old girl. One of them, it turned out the girl was actually 18. He thought she was 14 and he thought she was sexy. Now, this isn't the same video. This is a different one. And this girl is actually 14. Now, look at the comment that one of his fans made. She says she has huge, fully developed tits. Now, they're talking about a 14-year-old girl here, don't forget. Look how many likes this person has. 49 likes. So it appears over at Soto Nation, as he likes to call it, quite a huge amount of his following, they seem to like that kind of thing. Now look what someone else says underneath. They are full of chocolate milk. These are grown adult men talking about a 14-year-old girl. But let's listen to more.
Girls. But look at the kind of fans Tommy has. This person is talking about fully developed breasts. Now this is a 14-year-old girl they're talking about. Really disgusting. But look at Tommy, this is 5 months ago. He has to reiterate it. He says, I ain't gonna lie, those things look awesome. That's
right. And underneath someone says, bro, she got some big nice tits for her age. Look how many likes these people are getting on his fan page. Oh, sorry, on his... Now, this is a 14-year-old girl. Look how many likes. So the initial poster got 49 likes. This was like 8 months ago, 8 months ago. So I don't know how many likes they have by now. I think he actually removed the video after I put this initial video out because he was embarrassed. Now, this is Tommy out of his own mouth after he said already that he finds her sexy and he doesn't blame men for wanting to have sex with a 14-year-old girl. Out of his own mouth. Look. He's talking about a 14-year-old girl, and all his fans are in agreement with him.
5 months ago. So not only in the video he's talking about this girl in a sexual manner, he even comes back to reiterate what he feels about this girl. And so all this talk about he's trying to make out, oh, he was joking now. He's only saying that because people are pointing out how disgusting he is. He just assumes everyone's part of Soto Nation, but what he needs to understand is not everyone are like his fans who will just go by on anything he says. People are going to question you when you start constantly going on about weird things about young girls. I mean, you're almost 40 now, Tommy. Don't you think it's time you stopped all this and started looking at women instead? I think it's really disgusting. You got to...
But actually, let's look a bit more further. Let me just scroll forward. Oh yeah, this is the video in which the comments were about. So let's listen to what Tommy was saying that made his fans go so crazy for the 14-year-old girl. Let's listen.
Like them kids is kids. That little bitch got some big ass titties. Somebody's fucking that girl, and it's some old man. And I don't blame him. But tell him I said.
That's right. So that was the video. He was telling his fans, let's stop acting like these kids are kids. And then he starts talking about the 14-year-old girl's breasts. And he says that he doesn't blame any man for having sex with her. Now, as we know, so we're building up a nice little profile about him and his fans. So as we've seen earlier, his fans like to sexualize young girls, underage girls. We've seen the fans do it with the 9-year-old child, Jeannie Belle's child at the time. We've also know that from his own fans that have already stated that Tommy's already admitted that he was dating a 15-year-old girl when he was older, and the mother was fine with it. So when I say Hebephile, when I call him a Hebephile, it's true, he is a Hebephile, he fits the definition, and apparently he's committed the actual act. So it's not that he just wants to do it, he's done it. Apparently from his mouth, the people have heard this. But anyway, let's go a bit further into this, and let's listen to something else. Before he made that comment, let's just have a look. I think there's more. He said something else. He was talking about a 13-year-old girl before. Now I'll find it, don't worry, we'll find that one. But let's move on. Okay, people, now I just want you to hear a little more. Let's listen to this. After this clip, it's going to get a lot worse, so just be careful. But listen to this before we go further.
Girls, disgusting. Anyway.
The reason why these young girls are getting fucked in y'all household, because y'all try to act like your eyes don't work.
I'm the teacher of high school chicks because I would fuck them. I would fuck one of them girls. I know it for a fact, so I wouldn't do it. I would never teach fucking high school. I would fuck one of them. I'm not doing it. Real dudes are like me, where you know what you'll do wrong, so you avoid it. You mean to tell me I've been fuck one of them little girls so quick? Mr. Sotomayor, call me Thomas Harris.
Let me tell you something, dear. Your daughter could get the same type 5,000 likes, just like you, by just putting up photos of her tits. Because I'm pretty sure they nice, because she's 13. Because you know this.
Okay, so as we've seen, Tommy states that real guys are like him, and that's what they want to do. So he's just been honest. Apparently he's dated underage girls before. Now that comment he made about 13-year-old girls' breasts, so in his own mind he thinks that's the prime age for a girl's breast at 13. He likes that kind of thing. Now his fans will always try and defend him, always come out with some excuse, but what excuse can you really make? Can you really love some stranger so much that no matter what he says or does, you'll always defend him? No shame, some of you people. But it's actually going to get worse. I want you to just bear with me. We'll listen to some more of his filth. It gets much worse, trust me. Hello, people. There's been a lot of talk about something referred to as Soto showers. Now, apparently, Tommy's stated that he liked to have showers with his daughter. He claims that she was 5 when she stopped, although people have said it was older. He said his defense was that she was 5. Now, personally, I don't understand why an adult man feels the need to be showering with his daughter at the same time. He has to be right in front of her. naked at that height. She would have been, I'm sure you guys can figure out what I mean. But let's listen to it out of his mouth. And now I'm going to show you something afterwards so that we can question him.
Her mother and I, we were picking on her when I was home in July. We were picking on my daughter because I just started saying, "What's something?" Her mother was talking about how she's always messing around with her breast on the slick. And I said, I remember when I was taking a shower the last time I said, "Alice, you know why I stopped taking a shower with you?" She said, I said, "Tell your mama." She laughed. I said, "Go tell your mama." She said, "Because she caught me looking." I said, "Exactly. We were showering. I looked at you and you were just staring." I said, "She's old enough. Time to cut that out." And her mama said, "Yeah, I had been stopped because she was doing that." I said, "There's nothing wrong with her being curious."
Okay, so we've heard from there now. Tommy's defense is that she was 5 years old. Now, most men, I've never really heard of a grown adult man doing that kind of thing, taking a shower with a 5-year-old girl. It seems weird to me, but maybe in some other cultures that's normal. But he said she was 5, so that's his excuse. Okay, that's his excuse. Now we're gonna just check something out very quickly, because that excuse isn't good enough for me as far as I'm concerned. So it's weird, but we're gonna listen to something. Let's watch this show in. Hello people. There's been a lot of talk about something referred to as Soto showers. Now apparently Tommy's stated that he liked to have showers with his daughter. He claims that she was 5 when she stopped, although people have said it was older. He said his defense was that she was 5. Now, personally, I don't understand why an adult man feels the need to be showering with his daughter at the same time. He has to be right in front of her, naked, at that height. She would have been, I'm sure you guys can figure out what I mean. But let's listen to it out of his mouth. And now I'm going to show you something afterwards so that we can question him.
Her mother and I, we were picking on her when I was home in July. We were picking on my daughter because I just started saying, "What's something?" Her mother was talking about how she's always messing around with her breast on the slick. And I said, I remember when I was taking a shower the last time I said, "Alice, you know why I stopped taking a shower with you?" She said, I said, "Tell your mama." She laughed. I said, "Go tell your mama." She said, "Because she caught me looking." I said, "Exactly. We were showering. I looked at you and you were just staring." I said, "She's old enough. Time to cut that out." And her mama said, "Yeah, I had been stopped because she was doing that." I said, "There's nothing wrong with her being curious."
Okay, so we've heard from there now. Tommy's defense is that she was 5 years old. Now, most men, I've never really heard of a grown adult man doing that kind of thing, taking a shower with a 5-year-old girl. It seems weird to me, but maybe in some other cultures that's normal. But he said she was 5, so that's his excuse. Okay, that's his excuse. Now we're gonna just check something out very quickly, because that excuse isn't good enough for me as far as I'm concerned. So it's weird, but we're gonna listen to something. Let's watch this show on up. I want you to hear something. Now this is the one he's boasting about having sex with Caramel Kitten, but that's not the one. Let's listen to this.
I'm your host, Mr. Sharon Stone. Tommy Sotomayor. Gonna hit you with a basic instinct moment. Now, I'm doing this video. I just got through getting wet outside with my daughter playing around, so excuse the...
Okay, so just remember, he said he's just finished getting wet outside with his daughter playing around. But I'll tell you why that's something to keep an eye out on. Listen to this.
Stone wardrobe. Put your eyes up here. Put your eyes up here. Put your eyes up here. All right.
Okay, as you can see, he's got no underwear on. His penis is on show. Now, okay, so this video was 2013 that he made it. His daughter's 10 years old at the moment, so that means He was playing around naked in front of his 8-year-old daughter while he had no pants on, no underwear on, and he was playing with her. So he made the excuse that his daughter was 5 when he was showering naked with her together. So what's his excuse for this one? Because this was 2013, his daughter's 10 or 11 now, so she would have been 8 years old. Why is an adult man playing with his 8-year-old daughter while he's naked? How many of you men watching this video are naked? I bet most of you have clothes on right now. So how many of you men are naked with a child? That's weird. What is Tommy's excuse for this one? So that's, if we're going by what he says, and she was 5 at the time, that's his excuse. What's his excuse for this one? There is no excuse. I think we should all stop you Tommy fans need to stop making an excuse for this pervert. It's disgusting, it's weird, but it doesn't even end there. There's more. Let's go on to that now. Wait there. Now, this one isn't the worst thing. There's something afterwards which is really disturbing. Probably the most disturbing thing in regards to Tommy and children. But look at this video. This is a Vine he created. Now, we're trying to go into the mindset of this man. Now, as we know, he's exposed himself to his daughter on several occasions out of his own mouth. We don't know the stuff he's done which he hasn't told us. But as we can see, he doesn't think like a normal father. The sexual conversations he's had with his child. But look at this, what he's created as a Vine. We'll go over it. Let's watch it first.
Hey, Alex.
Huh, Daddy?
Look at this. Just showing you my new...
That's right. The joke that he created is that he was exposing his penis to his daughter, but it turns out that he had shorts on. Now think about the mentality of that, coupled with everything he's done up to this point in regards to the sexual conversations he's had in regards to young girls' breasts. He sexualized a 9-year-old girl. So, and look what he's doing now. He's already exposed his daughter to his penis on occasions anyway, in real life. And now, a Vine that a father and daughter should create. Most normal people, they'll try and do an actual normal Vine. He doesn't live with his daughter. So, the time that he spends with her should be done doing normal daddy-daughter kind of thing. And this is what he's doing. This is his humour, that he's pretending to expose his penis to his daughter. He's already had sexual talks with her on what she should do when she goes to a boy's house. He's done all of these things, and it gets even worse. So think about that. Have that in your mind, that this is what he chose to do. This is what he thought it was funny whilst he's with his daughter. But let's see some more of this filthy, disgusting man's... Anyway, I'm going to show you something you're going to see, which is going to disturb you. Okay, now this is a video that I got from Javen Bullets. Now, one thing you'll notice about Tommy is when he's making these kind of videos, he's got the backdrop, he's got the soft music, he's doing his Morgan Freeman act, he tries to look as sincere as possible. Now, I did mention this a few times with the Ali situation. He always does this. These are the kind of videos he makes where he pretends he's got some kind of morals, because he expects these kind of videos to go more viral. But then when he's on his live chat shows, that's when he's more honest, because he's around like-minded people. He's real fans. His live shows go on for 3 to 4 hours sometimes, so you're not going to really watch that unless you really like his material, you really want to watch it. He knows this, so that's where he can be free and be himself. But I want you to watch this. In this video, he tries to make out that black women have no morals and he's the good guy. But watch the video and then I'll give you commentary afterwards.
Black girls may rock with fake confidence, with fake praise. Because if you look at the real world, they make shitty parents to little boys. And little boys out there, I'm going to end this story right here with this story here. I used to date a girl who was a fitness chick about 10 years ago. We were having sex in her living room, and her 6-year-old boy woke up and came in there and seen me hitting his mama from behind. I immediately stopped. I'm ashamed. I'm like, oh Lord Jesus, no, hopefully he can't see us. She yells at the little boy, Kyrie, take your ass back to bed. I'm looking. He's crying, Mama, get in the bed. He goes back in the bedroom crying. She looks back at me and she says, why did you stop? I politely got up. I politely walked out. I never saw the woman again. Easy! Who y'all came to fuck? Easy! Come on, sing it, easy. You know that pussy right there, easy. Come on, let my nigga get it. I ran up in the motherfucking house. Didn't say shit and fucked you on your motherfucking couch. Your kids were standing right there. I didn't care. I fucked you right through my underwear and bust my nut in your hair and walked out the door. The little nigga just stared. Y'all don't believe me. Half these bitches out here on the internet are just easy. Who y'all came to fuck? Easy. Y'all know these bitches straight up easy.
Okay, so as I said, he knows how to do the sullen act because he watches how normal people interact, so he knows what to say. But like most sociopaths and just those kind of weird people, he gives himself away. He has to just let go and be himself. Now, I want you to think about what he did there. Okay, when he told the real story and what happened. So a 6-year-old boy, he's having sex with with the boy's mother. The 6-year-old boy walks in crying. Now, a normal man, because let's face it, the first story was bullshit. He just did it because he thought it's what sounded right. He told us the truth afterwards. So the fact is, he had sex with a woman. A 6-year-old boy came in crying, and Tommy carried on. He was in great detail that time. He was saying he was doing it through his underwear, having sex with her. He didn't stop when the boy came in, as he stated in the second video. And so think about that, how weird you have to be as a grown adult man. Most men, when we're having sex with a woman, if someone was to come in like, I don't know, if you're with a woman and she's got a housemate or something like that, if anyone comes in, you're going to, shy away and like, oh God, try and put on some clothes. A 6-year-old boy came into a room. Tommy continued to have sex. And he said he ejaculated on the woman's hair. So this is weird. So the boy's crying and Tommy didn't want to stop. He managed to, like most sociopaths, to have no morals. He carried on doing that whilst a 6-year-old boy was in the same room looking at him crying. Now that is fucking disgusting. It's fucking weird. Now, if he ejaculated in the woman's hair, that means he would have taken his penis out of this woman and then masturbated onto her and ejaculated. So if you think about it, Tommy had sex in front of a 6-year-old boy who was crying, and then he masturbated in front of a 6-year-old boy. He committed a sex act in front of a child. I don't care how much of a fan you are, you can't tidy that one up. You can't make the excuses. Looking at his look at this is the end of the video anyway. Look at the whole history of him and how he views children, okay? This man had sex in front of a 6-year-old boy and he masturbated in front of a 6-year-old boy. He ejaculated on the woman and he left. Now that's not just a disgusting pervert, that's a sadistic disgusting pervert. Now, as we understand, Tommy has already told us that he was sexually, he said he was sexually abused by a woman when he was younger. Now, with a lot of sexual abuse victims from the age he was, they usually fall into two categories. They either find child abuse so repulsive that they will never ever do something like that and they will go out their way to stop it. Or they fall into the other category where they end up doing the same things themselves. They either don't see anything wrong with it or they'll go out their way to do it out of anger on how they grew up and the experience they had. From what I've seen and what has come out of Tommy's mouth, it appears he isn't in the category of where he finds it so disgusting he will never do it himself, and he's actually a cause for concern. I don't understand how people, anyone can support this kind of thing. Well, we've seen how his fans view it. They're in full support of hebephilia. They like it, they'll make jokes about it, and they'll give each other pats on the backs and thumbs up, because that's what's going on over at Soto Nation. It seems to be a recruitment ground for hebephiles, racists, and just general outcasts when it comes to the community. People that don't fit in anywhere else because they know their views are not held by the majority. So they use Tommy Sotomayor as a haven for all their hate, their filthy, disgusting views on women, on children, and it's just weird. Fucking weirdos. I'm disgusted in the man. So let's just look at a category of what Tommy's done and said. So Tommy has exposed his penis to his daughter when she was 5. Tommy has exposed his penis to a 6-year-old boy, and by all accounts, if he ejaculated in the woman's hair, he would have had to have masturbated in front of a 6-year-old boy. At the age of 8, Tommy was playing naked with his daughter. So again, he was exposing his penis to his 8-year-old daughter. Tommy's had sexual conversations with his daughter about having sex with people when she goes to their house. Tommy is laid in a hotel room bed with his daughter, looking at women with big asses. What else is... God, this list is like I'm even running out of thinking about what Tommy's done. Now, Tommy has... by all accounts, from what I've heard, he's even dated an underage girl. She was 15. I don't know how old he was, but he would have been a lot older. Tommy has stated that he can't trust himself around schoolgirls because he would have sex with them. Okay, so we're at a tally of 8 things he's done so far. So yeah, he's probably done more as well. These are just things that he's let slip about his own life. So who knows the kind of stuff he's done as well. So the list just seems to grow with him. Now, if it was 1 or 2 things, you could kind of say, oh, well, maybe I could see how his fans can make some kind of excuse and say he was joking. It's not 1 or 2 things. This is a history and a pattern of disgusting behaviour. Okay, we've seen it out of his own mouth what he'd like to do to underage girls. He's then reiterated how much he likes these underage girls and what he'd love to do. And it appears that he's actually done something with an underage girl from his own mouth. This is what I'm seeing, okay? I don't know how... We know what Tommy's doing. He's watching this video right now and he's thinking of a way to put a spin on it so that he can make anyone who disagrees with his behaviour look bad and make himself look good. He's good at this. I'm going to give him that. He somehow always manages to do this. But I think there comes a time where you say enough is enough. Okay, there's no spin you can put on this. We've seen what you're about. We think it's disgusting. As adults, we should do this. As an adult, you shouldn't be really a fan of anyone. You should be able to enjoy their material, if it's actually good material, and leave it at that. When it gets to the point that no matter what someone says, you're just going to agree with them, you're going to put your own morals as a man or as a woman to one side. Because believe me, a lot of these fans of Tommy's, they've even got children themselves. They've got young girls themselves. And they'll support him and do anything he says because they see him as a star. Even though all he does is he's just a guy on YouTube that makes videos. And that's it. He's got a lot of subscribers. Great. But most of his subscribers don't even watch his material. They grow out of it. Usually you can only watch his stuff for maybe a year or 2. If you're watching his stuff for longer than that and you're watching all the filth that he's coming out with, then that shows you haven't grown up as an individual and you need to grow up. There's nothing in his videos that he's saying that you shouldn't already know, coupled with the fact that he's a disgusting pervert. Okay, so yes, he's right about some things some of the time, but the stuff he's usually writing are stuff he's copied from other YouTubers. And all Tommy has going for him is he's got a nice backdrop and he puts some nice music in the background and makes you feel comfortable. But Tommy as a man and Tommy as a YouTuber, it's mixed, but it's separate. What he does, what I've noticed with anyone that's had any dealings with this guy, is they all say he isn't what he tries to make out to be, and they all fall out with him. Every relationship he's ever had with anyone, young or old, has always ended the same way. There's something wrong with this guy. Too many people have said it, and you've seen this video. You see how he interacts, you see his views on children, and you see his views on sex with children, okay? He's obsessed with penis around children. His jokes revolve around him exposing his penis to his daughter, even though he's actually done it in real life, out of his own mouth. The best he could think of for a Vine video was the joke was he was exposing his penis to his daughter. That shows his mentality. The guy's disgusting, the guy's weird, and to be honest, I think this will probably be the last video I'll make on this fall, because you guys should know, you're adults, you know what's right and what's wrong. If you want to side with Tommy, there shouldn't really be a side. We're all adults, you know what's right and what's wrong. If you want to go ahead and be, chill with Tommy, go ahead and do that. But I think most people with any dignity, they're not going to want to have anything to do with this guy. This video, I hope a lot of people see it. So when Tommy's because Tommy tries to put himself as this virtuous black man, and he can do no wrong, and any indiscretion that anyone else goes through, they're evil, they're demons, and he gets to sit on his high horse and wag his finger at you for something you've done. But then when you look at him and what he's done things 1,000 times worse than anyone has done on some of his videos, but he won't ever let you point your finger at him, because he's a narcissist, he's a sociopath, and he's a disgusting pervert. Okay, rolled into one. He's got a big mouth, but then again, apparently he's got a bit of money behind him. So when someone usually has a bit of money, or they try and make you think they've got a bit of money, what you'll tend to see is you'll tend to see the real men, the real adults, from the weak little boys and the weak little girls. Because weak people, they're impressed by stuff like that, and they're willing to put their morals, their integrity to one side, because they think they might get a slice of the pie from the disgusting sociopathic pervert. But anyway, that's the end of that. I've made my video, and that's it. I don't even need to discuss this fool again. Disgusting pervert, and it's a real shame this is what the world's come to, where we've got people who pretend to have morals, have integrity. They're willing to sell their souls just to be around someone who isn't even a star. We're talking about a mediocre internet troll who just happens to have a lot of subscribers. Anyway, take care, people. Disgusting. Oh yeah, and before I forget, Tommy Sotomayor has wished for a gentleman's children to die in a house fire. He wants them to burn to death. He's threatened this guy several times, but he keeps talking about the guy's kids and how much he wants them to die. This is an example. Let's listen to one of the examples of Tommy.
I literally hope he walks out of the house one day and somebody's driving and one of his kids get hit by a bus.
Yeah, and he's done this 3 other times where he said that he wants the guy. He's always comes out with a new scenario on how he wants the guy's children to die. Now, if I remember correctly, the gentleman, his child has a 4-year-old, a 6-year-old, and an 8-year-old. His oldest child is 10 years old. So yes, this is what the same age as Tommy's daughter. So what we can summarize from this is, if Tommy isn't talking about exposing his penis, well, Tommy likes to expose his penis to children. He likes to talk about how he would like to insert his penis in children over and over again. And when he's not doing those two, he's talking about how he'd like children to die. And he always has a new scenario on how he wants children to die. We're talking about 4-year-old, 6-year-old, and 10-year-old children. He wants them to die. So this goes to further what I'm talking about is Tommy's inappropriate views on children. He views children as a man views an adult woman, or another adult who he either wants to have sex with or wants something bad to happen. That's how Tommy views children. He doesn't see a boundary. The only boundary that he has to put up is because of the law and the fact that he doesn't want to get himself into any trouble. But make no mistake, if he could get away with it, he would be doing very inappropriate things. That's just my opinion, and from what's come out of his own mouth and his general pattern of behaviour when it comes to children. This guy is dangerous. Anyway, that's the end of that. Oh, and I haven't actually quite finished. Before I go into the last bit, now, several months ago, I believe, when I first came back, I contacted CDF, a conspiracy dude. I've forgotten the last bit. Anyway, now, he made a video on Tommy Sotomayor. In that video, all he did was copy all my old videos and condense it into 40 or 45 minutes. It got to the point where he was even laughing at bits where I was laughing at in my video. So the guy's not original, he just copied me. There's only one thing that he did which I didn't do on my old videos. And that was he apparently had links to places where Tommy had broken YouTube terms and conditions. Now I contacted CDF and all I did was ask him to provide me those links. Nothing else. I didn't ask him for thanks or anything, just for those links so that I could help in regards to removing Tommy from that platform due to his hate speech, his continued harassment of women, transgendered, gay people, black people in general. CDF ignored it. Now we know CDF checks his emails because what he does for his videos, he expects money for it. So he has to go through his inbox because people pay him to make the videos. So he would have seen my request. He ignored it, even though he copied all my material for the video he did on Tommy. So keep your eye out on people like that. But anyway, this is the last thing I want to add. Now, this is an email you should send to YouTube. So send it to legal@support.youtube.com. And this is pretty much how the letter will go. I'll put a link. I'll just put it inside the description box anyway. Or I'll just post the actual script here. So just send it to them. So to whom it may concern, I'm a regular YouTube user. I'm writing you this email to inform you that the violent verbal harassment and cyberbullying being displayed by a particular YouTube personality, Tommy Sotomayor, aka Thomas Jerome Harris, is causing severe emotional harm, and I am seeking legal counsel to rectify the situation. This hateful, spiteful, insulting and disparaging commentary regarding black women has created a toxic environment for black women on YouTube. The basis for this complaint is California Civil Code, SEC, Section 1708.7 of the California Civil Code is amended to read 1708.7b.2. Harass means a knowing and willful course of conduct directed at a specific person which seriously alarms, annoys, torments, or terrorizes the person, and which serves no legitimate purpose. The course of conduct must be such as would cause a reasonable person to suffer substantial emotional distress and must actually cause substantial emotional distress to the person. Let's continue reading. Oh, sorry about this. Let me scroll up a bit. Now, Tommy Sotomayor, aka Thomas Jerome Harris, cyberbullying and negligent infliction of emotional distress is promoted in the following ways. Videos regarding black women as whores, sluts, bitches are placed on autoplay. Videos regarding black women as whores, sluts, bitches are placed in emails or suggested viewing. The individual who regards black women as whores, sluts, bitches is allowed to have a live 4-hour call in shows where he continues to insult and inflict emotional harm on black women. So I must make a slight alteration. Okay. Okay. These 4-hour shows are then cut into several clips where they are then shared across the YouTube platform by the originator and others. Let's continue to scroll down. Okay. Now, we have also found a legal basis under California Civil Code, blah blah blah. YouTube's corporate policy on harassment and cyberbullying states that deliberately posting content in order to humiliate someone qualifies as harassment and cyberbullying. I and many other black women, or you can change that to black women or anyone that's been a victim of this guy, whether you're transgendered, gay, anything, it doesn't matter, have submitted reports and no action to remove the content was taken. I believe a court of law would agree that someone includes myself and possibly thousands of other, you can fill in that blank yourself, women who this harassment has also emotionally damaged. I believe a court of law would establish that due to the generalized nature of the violent speech found on several videos, the term specific person could include women and or black women. Again, whoever you are, you can add that. Now, this commentary is placed on the YouTube video platform and therefore YouTube can be held liable for any financial judgment a court of law may place on the value of the emotional harm you have allowed to continue. Now, the YouTube channels listed below must be deleted in order to end the severe emotional abuse and the negligent infliction of emotional distress as described under California Civil Code 1708.7.B.2. Each of these channels have many reports of racist, sexist and violent commentary towards black women, but you have failed to take action to remove them. You have instead compensated the user, Tommy Sotomayor, to continue to inflict emotional harm on black women online. Here are a list of the channels that must be deleted. So these are a list of his channels where he does it the most. So those will all be there for you. Now, Tommy Sotomayor channels must be deleted or a class action lawsuit for the continued negligent infliction of emotional distress, cyberbullying and continued harassment towards black women must begin, and I am seeking counsel. We hope to see action regarding the deletion of Tommy Sotomayor, aka Thomas Jerome Harris channels immediately, and hear back from a legal authority at YouTube within the next 7 days of this message. Okay, so this is pretty much it. My work there is done. I'm not going to have any more to do with that individual. Hopefully a lot of you ladies follow this and go ahead with it. At the end of the day, I'm just one man. I think I've done more than enough. I've pretty much done more than any other man on YouTube in regards to this guy, or maybe anyone else. I'm not taking anything away from anyone, but that's enough for me. Now, as you see, other YouTubers, they copy my material literally word for word sometime. I don't get thanks for it. I've never been compensated for it. But then again, I've never asked for compensation. This is just something I've done off my own back. So hopefully you guys, it's time for me to pass the baton onto you. And you guys do whatever you need to do. Because I seriously think that with Tommy, the stuff he says and the stuff his fans, the way his fans are, someone's either going to be murdered, raped, or both. Because, let's face it, any grown men who sit around in a group giving each other pats on the back over Tommy showering naked with young girls, Tommy wanting to have sex with underage girls, Tommy showing his penis to 5-year-olds, 8-year-olds, 6-year-old children, and they're all over there patting each other on the back, laughing about it. Those men are disgusting sickos, and I think they're going to do something one day. So hopefully you guys do what needs to be done, and that's pretty much it.